Hello there, guys. So you guys know that I love to do lots of different fun things with my hair, try out different styles, and this past year I have been seriously into out styles. Well, if you're anything like me, you have amazing natural hair too, which experiences incredible shrinkage. Check out my video called Is This Type 4B Hair to see my shrinkage. It is for real, I'm telling you. Shrinkage is cool. It's one of the factors that makes our hair so versatile, and I love it. When I'm going for a shorter look, I simply style on wet hair. That makes for a nice shrunken style. Whenever you want a shorter look, that's all you've got to do. However, when I want a longer look, I use several different methods to stretch my hair in order to achieve more length. Now, these methods can be used for both out styles and protective styles, and I'm going to show you two of the methods that I use to try to stretch my hair when I'm ready for a nice longer look. So there are several methods that you can use to stretch your natural hair. I prefer to use braids, twists, or bantu knots. They work well for me. So I begin with chunky twists on wet hair. So after I wash my hair, I put it in 8 to 10 chunky twists. I finger detangle only. I don't use Demon brushes. I don't use combs. So you'll see that there's texture in my twists, and that is going to be evident when I unravel them. Now, obviously, I wait for them to dry, then I unravel them after they've completely dried, and you can see that there's still a lot of my natural texture present. I may wear that out for one day. I may just leave the twists in and then immediately style afterward to get my stretch going. Now, the key to a good stretch is to make sure to spritz my hair lightly, very lightly with water, and then retwist each night. So I've retwisted my hair, then the next morning I unravel those twists, and you can see that the length is definitely there. It's longer than it was the day before because it's been stretched by those twists that I put in that night. I have some good definition from the twist out as well. Then that night I put in a new set of twists, and you can see that the stretch is even longer. My curl pattern is pretty much gone now, and the next day when I take those twists out, I have even more length. Now, if I'm going for a different look, then I might rock a bantu knot out. Bantu knots on wet hair will look very different than bantu knots on dry hair or even damp hair. My hair looks like it's been cut, it's so short, but this is just a bantu knot out on wet hair. I love this look. Look at all that texture. Good morning, guys. Okay, so this light is really bright. I'm not sure how to adjust, but maybe I'll sit this way and hope I'm in the light. Yesterday I wore a bantu knot out. I knotted my hair like 2 days ago, and then I got sick, so the knots were just in there for days, but it was really super cute. So I braided it last night to set it and kind of get it some stretch. So today I want to see what this bantu knot out slash braid out is looking like. So I'm going to take these braids down and then I'll show you. And here is the unbraided look. You can see an incredible amount of stretch there. I really like the texture that it keeps from the bantu knots, but there's a lot more length. Now, what I did the next 2 nights is that I actually pulled it back and put it up in a bun instead of braiding it. If I had to do it over again, I would probably braid it instead to give it that fuller, fluffier look. Of course, this method will also work on protective styles. You just braid or twist the hair while it's wet. Then after it dries completely, you'd re-braid or twist it and leave those in. So in summary, braids and twists work great for stretching natural hair. I do use buns, but they don't work quite as well for me. So how do you stretch your natural hair? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.